Hello parents, welcome to Parent Night. My name is Bo Sutherland. I'm afraid I can't be with you tonight. I'm teaching at Bakersfield College, and so that's taken me away from my Parent Night duties, which always bums me out. I enjoy Parent Night a lot. I like to meet the parents, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to meet later on in the year and discuss what's going on in the class and your student and that sort of thing. What I wanted to do is just take a little bit of time and introduce you to my class, introduce you to myself. Mr. Root, when we found out that my scheduling conflict had come up with Bakersfield College, we sort of decided this would be a good opportunity to show you what a flipped classroom looks like. It's not technically accurate because a flipped classroom would be you being at home watching a video, a lecture, something like that, and then coming into class and having it explained in class. And instead what you're doing is sitting in my classroom with me across town, and you're looking at my face in a box, which is, looking at my face in person is disturbing enough, but to see it in a tiny box. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and move on. We'll talk about some of the details of the class here, and hopefully that'll be helpful to you. All right. Okay, for the junior CPI course, the texts that we use, you'll notice here, are Unshakable Foundations and Understanding the Times. The Understanding the Times text, right here by Noble, that's the one that is available digitally, so students can download that to their iPad and be able to read it there. Notice it says binder here. Actually, of course, everything in school right now is moving to the iPad, and so students will need to have it charged each day. We'll have in-class reading assignments, journals that they will employ those iPads to accomplish. Quizzes, projects, midterm, and final. That's pretty much the structure for the class in terms of the grade. I will definitely warn you that the midterm and the final are both fairly difficult exams. Oh, and by the way, the honors class has an additional requirement in order to earn their extra point on their GPA. And that's an oral exam that takes place during basically finals season. It's a week before finals. So students will need to be prepping for that. Actually, all of my exams are pretty rigorous, so just remind your students to be studying fairly far in advance of those. I think that pretty well covers the requirements for us at this point. Okay, for this slide I thought I would share a little bit about myself and my teaching career and that sort of thing. Just a brief bio. It's my 9th year at BCHS. I've taught in Christian schools for 18 years and was in youth ministry for 3. So looking at that, I just now realized that I've been around teenagers a lot. And now I'm sort of understanding my psychological condition. Anyway, I also went to college and high school in San Diego, a beautiful place. Went to Christian high school myself, and then went to Point Loma Nazarene, where I got my bachelor's degree in philosophy. And after that, my wonderful wife was willing to work full-time, put me through 2 different seminary degrees, and so she often jokes that I'm educated beyond my intelligence, which is both hurtful and sadly true as well. So I'm also a big Denver Bronco fan, grew up in Denver, Colorado before moving to San Diego. And so my dad brought me to games and taught me from an early age, good Christian doctrine that to pursue sanctification one had to be a Bronco fan. So that's why that has happened in my life. I also just don't know why I wanted to share such deep things with you, but I want you to know I love long walks on the beach, warm hugs, and fireside chats. All right, parents, well, the last thing I'd like to talk to you about is just some contact information and also a couple of places where you can go to check out what's going on in the class. All right, you'll notice here that my phone number is right there, and if you leave a message for me there, I'll usually check that once a day, once every couple days, if it's a unusually crazy week. So go ahead and contact me there if you have any questions or any needs there. You'll notice that my email address is right there. I'm checking that probably a little bit more frequently, so if you'd like to have a quicker response, you can go ahead and check me out there. You'll notice here that I've got, I'm moving this thing around, there's my blog address for you. That one actually is a blog that I write for my own personal enjoyment, and it just is basically a place for resources for Christian apologetics, that kind of thing, articles that I'm pretty well constantly working on. So if you're interested in kind of seeing what your kid's crazy teacher thinks about certain things, you can certainly check that out. At My Big Campus, I've taken most of the blogs that are of apologetics interests, and I've loaded them to that My Big Campus site so that students can read some of those and make comments. So that's the blog that I use for the class, the My Big Campus blog. And certainly your students can show you that as well. You can see my office hours there. I'm certainly available between 3 and 3:30 each day after school. Students can make appointments or can just show up. All right, well, I think I've run out of time. Again, very sorry that I couldn't meet you tonight. I look forward to talking to you at some point during the year. God bless.